What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. You might be able to tell I am a little bit under the weather. Tomorrow is New Year's Eve and I'm headed to Brampton. And I have not been back since I left. And I refuse to go back without a dash cam. Now, in the beginning of this YouTube channel, I did a video installing a dash cam, specifically BlackVue dash cam in the STI. And that's the same dash cam I'm going to use in my Legacy, which is my current winter beater. I did have that dash cam as well in the Impreza, but obviously Impreza, it's rest in peace. The plan is we're going to install a BlackVue secondary vehicle kit, and this is a used kit, and I have to get it. It's in my car. It's basically what we did in the STI, except it's just the wires, Magic Pro, mounts, and all that. Before we get to that, my girl actually spoiled me with a new camera. And I've been talking or wanting a new camera for the channel for a while, just because sometimes I find the Samsung S10 Plus, which is what I film on, isn't the best for recording. So I guess I'll show you guys what she got me. She spoiled me pretty good. The thing's pretty sweet. I have yet to turn it on. I've looked at it a couple times and I bought a screen protector for it, but it's pretty sweet. So this is the camera she got me. It's a Sony ZV-1. I know nothing about it. Literally, she did all the research about it, looked into it, and figured out it's pretty well like a idiot-proof or foolproof camera. Let me get it out of the box, get the screen protector on, which I got off of Amazon. I'll provide a link if you guys are interested, and see how this thing records. This thing is sweet. So as you guys can see, this thing is pretty sweet. I have no idea how to use it. It's going to definitely be a learning curve for me, but I am very excited to use it, and I hope you guys are excited because you guys are going to be getting better quality. Now, this is what came with the camera. Later on, we could obviously upgrade to a better mic, and we can get like a gimbal for this and all that and really step up the quality. But honestly, I'm not a camera guy. Like, I'm not a videographer. That's just something I was never very interested in. I'm a car guy. I like work with my hands. I've never been into this. I've never been into editing and all that stuff. This is a big improvement for the channel. I hope you guys really enjoy it. And obviously, as time goes on, I will happily upgrade this and continue to improve the quality on the videos for you guys. Another thing I was worried about, which I think we're going to be okay, is our stand. So this is the original stand that I've been using now for, I don't know, a couple years. You can see it's blue because we painted the Impreza with it. But I believe this should just unscrew, and I'm hoping, yeah, there you go. I don't have to get a new stand. That's awesome. I guess we can now say goodbye to the Samsung and swap over to the Sony. How's that transition for you, for a guy that doesn't know tech? Camera died, had to let it charge, and I couldn't figure it out for a while. I literally was sitting there and couldn't figure out the record button, so it's a good thing she bought me the idiot-proof camera for dummies. Let me show you guys the BlackVue kit that I bought a while back. So basically, this is the BlackVue secondary vehicle harness kit, and I originally bought the one only for the front camera. What that means is if you just want to have your dash cam come on with whenever your car is on, you just have your cigarette lighter and your front camera mount, but I wanted to have it with the Magic Pro. And basically what the Magic Pro is a device that reads your battery's voltage level, I guess, and will allow the camera to record while the car is not running. So that's what all this is, and you can see I've already added the out of fuses because this is a used kit, and it's pretty simple. You just have your ground, you have your ACC plus, and your battery plus, and that just goes into fuses underneath your steering wheel. And again, you can tell to use. This is from the Impreza. And it's pretty simple. Basically, instead of plugging this into your cigarette lighter, it will just plug into here, and then it gets power directly from your battery through your fuse box. Now, my brother-in-law ended up giving me mount for the rear camera, so I have to go ahead and I have to order the wiring for it. Also, it's damaged, so I think this is a good idea to bust out the 3D printer and teach myself how to make my own CAD designs. I actually like to take the dash cam, have it powered on, and kind of figure out where I want it up in here. So I'll have my phone connected, just laying on the dashboard, and I'll kind of line it up where I like it. In the past, I have never been able to show this because obviously I filmed with my phone. Now we have a new camera, so this is pretty sweet. I can show you exactly what I do. So what I like to do first is clean the front windshield. I don't think I've cleaned the entire thing since I bought it. So clean the entire windshield. Usually I just do the area that I'm putting the dash cam, but since I haven't cleaned it, I'll do everything. We'll have to get the dash cam from the STI, line it all up. I'll show you that. And we basically tuck the wires all inside the headliner. It's pretty easy, guys. It's really not that hard to do. It's just a little time consuming, but overall it's not too bad. By far the most difficult thing is finding what fuses will power the dash cam when you need it running and when you don't need it. Let's get to it, I guess. This is my BlackVue dash cam. They're very easy to remove. There's two connectors just on the side. They come right out. And to remove the dash cam, there's a button right here in the mount. Basically just hold it and it slides right out. And this is our dash cam. That's all it is. It's really small and compact. It's pretty nifty and handy. Inside the car, you can see I'm connected to my BlackVue camera by Wi-Fi. But I have the dash cam just plugged right into my cigarette lighter down there. And with the phone, I am connected to the camera. Should be able to just connect. And down below there's a live view. That is what my camera's seeing right now. Right? Weird stuff. So what I will do now is I will set the phone just in front right here. I can hold my camera roughly where I want it because I don't like seeing it. I like to have it behind the rear view mirror. So when I'm sitting back, I don't even see it. So something like that, and then I can make sure it's center, I can adjust it, and do whatever I need to make sure it is in the correct position that I like. This is just the first time I've been able to show you guys how I do it. So just give me a sec, this really isn't that difficult to do. I just need two hands to do it. You might be able to see, but right behind there, that yellow wire, that's your fuses. If you remove the little door right here. It shows you what your fuses are. We'll need to look at this later on. We'll go to wire it up, but in case you didn't know, that's where they are. Well, about now is the time where I like to look at the Magic Pro and figure out where I want to put it. Just by looking quickly, I think right here would be a good spot. It does slide in. It's a little tight, but it does get in there. It's not perfect, but I think it'll work for what we need it for. What we have to do next, we have to look at our fuses and see which ones will be the best candidate to wire all this up. What will happen is your cigarette lighter, which is right here, which would normally go into your cigarette lighter of your car, that works, but will only work whenever you turn the car on. We want the camera to have power when the car's off, and that's what the Magic Pro does. Your cigarette lighter will go into here, and it will get power from these connections. So there's three. There's ground, ACC plus, and I believe battery plus, yes. So I'll go ahead, wire this stuff up, and see if I can get this thing working. I have it pretty well wired up. The ground is just right here going to this nut. I just backed it out a bit, stuffed the ground in there, tightened it down. Seems to be doing the trick. So I originally tried ACC positive to ATC, and this one will probably work. I think it will, but I ended up moving it to my 12 volt plug. The reason is just a little bit more out of the way, as you could see to the top left corner. Before it was right on the bottom and I had wires going all through it. And then my battery positive, I had to seat heater, but that didn't seem to work because the seat was still moving with the fuse out. So I ended up putting it to door lock. So I think that will work. We will see. And it's pretty easy. You just plug the Magic Pro into there. That is my Magic Pro settings if you're interested in it. And it literally, everything just plugs right in. I gotta stuff all the wires up there now and hide it. So I just went ahead and stuffed everything inside of there. As you can see, I really did not try my best to clean it up. I'll go ahead and I will do that once I get some more time. I'm kind of in a rush right now. It is New Year's Eve after all. You might have noticed in the video, I was using this clip to pull the fuses. It's a really handy thing, and your car might have came with it. So I'll show you where it might be. Just after you pull off your fuse box cover, mine was right here. So that's where it's located on my car. The STI has it, the Impreza had it as well, I'm pretty sure. Literally, it's just underneath your fuse cover, easy to get. So the day we lost power, we actually lost a tree right here. I ended up cutting it and flipping it back, but it came right out by the roots. As you can see, it went all the way down there. Luckily, it did not hit our cabin. We had another one fall down that also did not hit the cabin, but that one fell down a while ago. So I cut it right here, pushed that log back, and it did end up crushing this tree. It's pretty well split it at the base, so I'm trying to save it. I have some electrical tape on there, and I have a couple of splints and a bunch of supports all around it. I'm hoping the little guy makes it, but we will see. But I will go ahead and I will order the cable that I need. As soon as it arrives, I'll go ahead and throw it in and show you guys what to do. And I guess I'll give you guys an update on the tree if you guys are interested. I'll be back as soon as I get that part. All right, guys. I have my first test piece right here. It turned out pretty well, I have to admit. So I want to make sure my dimensions were correct. So it does fit in lengthways. It also fits in widthways. They call it fillets, so like the curved edges on the piece, it needs to be more aggressive basically. And then the holes, they're pretty well non-existent. As you can see, I just made the adjustments. I'm gonna go ahead, print this again, see how it comes out. But before I do that, I like to show you that I am having a little bit of issues with the print quality. So it's almost like blotchy around some of the corners. I'm thinking that has to do with the bed leveling. So I bought a couple upgrades, which is a spring upgrade for the bed and a CR Touch, which is basically a sensor that goes around, measures the bed level, and will auto level your bed. So go ahead and throw that in. It's a nice little upgrade, it's not very expensive. Hopefully this makes printing a lot better. Aha! Success. All right, let's see what version 2 of the mounting bracket plate looks like. As you can see, it is pretty snug in there. I'm pretty happy with the fitment on it. So if you do notice, one side is pretty flush, the other side is recessed. Now it is supposed to be recessed. The other, or the original remaining parts were recessed. This is basically what I'm assuming the original piece looked like. Now the original part did have this little edge or little recessed area. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it because I think it's causing more problems than what it's worth. And also I'm finding the edge right here is getting hit and kind of not allowing it to sit flush when it goes in. So I'm gonna go ahead, shrink this diameter a little bit, and I'm gonna get rid of this lip and I'll reprint it. This came out fine, no problem, and even this recessed part right here for the screw head to go in was no problem. So I'm gonna go ahead and make those couple adjustments and reprint it and see how it comes out. Not bad for a first print with ABS. I have to say it's pretty sweet seeing just 4 little bits of plastic turn into one prototype, then another prototype, and then a close to final prints in PLA, and then the ABS print right here. I think that is pretty sweet. Went ahead, threw the screws in, so tomorrow we can throw it in. All right guys, some time has passed. I have a little bit of time before work. Let's go ahead and install the little mount that I made. I'm still amazed that this thing printed so well, and the fact that I made it. Yeah, I can't complain. I think it's pretty sweet. I know it's such a little basic thing, but the fact that I made it myself, I think it's really cool. Just threw the double-side tape on there, and look at that fitment, man. Jeez, perfect. So sick. Also got my rear cabling in, so we can go ahead and get this all installed. That's it if you want to know what it is. I ordered the 6-meter one. You can get longer ones, but we are in a sedan anyway, so it should be fine. With the bundle of cable now back here and behind the C-pillar, you can't even tell we have any cable ran, which is the idea. So great, that's good. But we gotta hide the rest of the cable, which is why I kind of removed the C-pillar cover right here. I just kind of pulled this part back here, ran the wire down here. I was gonna run it across, but I figured if we were in an accident and this went off, it'd be one less thing for the airbag to deploy through. But to be honest, if this went off, we'd probably have bigger issues. I'm now gonna hook up the rear camera, which is actually still in the STI. I gotta pull that out. And then we can get this working and done. So let me get the camera. Camera's out, only took forever. I really had to fight it, did not want to come out whatsoever, but ready to go in. There we go, it's all hidden, looking nice and clean, can't even tell it's there. Our big old booty is officially protected. So if anyone hits us from behind, we should be okay. What I like about this system specifically is it records even when the car is not running. From my experience, I have had my cars hit a lot when it's parked and I'm not there and I'm not driving. The added security of knowing that the car will be protected even if I'm not there. So if I'm out grocery shopping or just buying more car parts or something, or I'm wherever, I know I'm protected. So I love that. It's super cool that we also did use my 3D printed part. That's really cool too. That's something I didn't really expect I would do. For the out of fuses, I did mention that I was going to try out the setup I use and make sure they work. Honestly, they work, haven't had a problem. Car has not died. I am probably going to adjust the amount of time it's recording. I do have it, I think, as unlimited. So as soon as the battery level gets down so far, it's supposed to stop. But I have let it sit over a weekend, and then Monday morning, she doesn't like me. I am going to adjust that. I don't remember what the switch is, but I'll adjust it. It's not too hard to do. I think that's it, guys. I think that's it. This is a BlackVue secondary vehicle harness. If you guys enjoyed the video, please feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, take it easy. If you guys made it this far in the video, first of all, thank you. I appreciate it. But second, let me give you an update on the tree that I tried to save. So it's been a couple of weeks. It's this guy right here. And from what I can tell, at least, it seems to be doing all right. It seems to be pretty healthy. It's a little brown up top, but the one next to it that's untouched is kind of looking the same. So this little guy right here seems to be doing all right. Pretty happy about it, to be honest. I want this little guy to make it. As you can see, the supports are still holding up. The crack was down there, right at the bottom. So, I don't know. Time will tell, and we'll see how she turns out. I'll keep you guys posted. If for anyone that may be curious for some reason about how my little tree is doing. See you guys. So I'm just pretty well getting ready to edit the video. I forgot to ask, what do you guys think about the video quality on this camera? I think it's pretty cool. It's definitely a learning curve, but let me know. I'm not getting rid of it, but let me know what you guys think. See ya.